Today we are back with some more small but nifty mods, where mods that are too small to be featured for their own video will be put into a video like this. Kicking off today's video is a mod to make the gameplay more immersive, Enhanced Visuals by CreativeMD. Originally created by Sonic Jumper, Enhanced Visuals adds in new effects over the player's HUD when they're in particular scenarios. These not only add to the immersion of the gameplay, but is also a good indicator to let players know what is happening. Most effects are associated with taking damage, such as blood splatters when being hurt by mobs, blocks, and from falling, and taking damage from fire or lava will have burnt particles smear the screen. The more health that is lost, the more intense the effects get, to the point of having an intense heartbeat at 2 hearts. Effects also occur throughout nature, such as having a slight blur when diving in and out of water, or sand flying to the player when walking on sand. There's also a few extra effects for certain scenarios, but in short, that is what Enhanced Visuals adds. Enhanced Visuals is also compatible with Tough as Nails and Simple Difficulty, adding in some neat effects to indicate body temperature and thirst. For just adding some effects to the player's HUD, it does help to make those scenarios feel more immersive. For people who wanted the effects to match the pixelated art style, then there's also a pixelated Enhanced Visuals resource pack to complement the mod as well. Fighting smart and deadly mobs in other mods can be challenging, and sometimes having the strongest gear won't be able to cut it. For some cases, it's rather about being tactical and outmaneuvering opponents to gain the upper hand. For players who wanted that cutting edge in combat, Elenai Dodge 2 by ElenaiDev is a small but complex mod to assist you. Elenai Dodge 2 takes the dodge mechanic from RPGs like Dark Souls and Assassin's Creed into Minecraft. Dodging by default is activated by pressing Alt when moving in any direction, but has 3 different movement options to choose from in case you wanted to trigger the dodge differently. Dodging will consume a dodge. These regenerate naturally over time, but using too many in a short time span will leave the player vulnerable in combat. Dodging in combat will make you immune to attacks temporarily, but will deplete your hunger faster. What's great is how dodging takes into account several factors which make it feel like a proper mechanic. For instance, players can't dodge if they're sneaking, blocking, or when they're low on hunger. Dodging in different dimensions, on ice, or under potion effects either makes the dodge travel further or less far. Armor weight is also a big factor that affects how many dodges a player can perform. Wearing armor replaces the feathers with a steel feather. Having more pieces of heavy armor equipped will have more steel feathers appear, restricting the player's maximum number of dodges and in turn forcing the player to adopt different playstyles like in RPGs. Either rock as a tank but have fewer dodges, bounce around foes with lighter armor, or adopt a mixture of the two. The mod also adds new potions to brew, all of which tie specifically to the dodge mechanic, like increasing or decreasing the dodge distance with forceful and feeble potions, lower the weight of players with an endurance potion, or suppress dodges from other players completely with the weight potion. For a final addition to the mod, players can acquire the lightweight enchantment, which decreases the weight value of players when wearing gear. The higher the enchantment level is, the less weight the player has. Elenai Dodge 2 is a great and nifty mod that is perfect for players aiming to replicate that Souls-like or RPG experience in Minecraft. Next up, we have Admin Shop by Vnator. Admin Shop is a highly configurable shopping mod that provides players the means to sell and buy items in Minecraft. A player will initially have $100 in their account that they can either spend or transfer to others with the following blocks. The shop block is where the buying and selling of items takes place. By default, the shop sells every ore type, enchanted books like Power 5 or Silk Touch, and it allows players to sell every ingot, gem, or mineral in vanilla. ATMs let players withdraw their monies into checks, which can be given to other players to deposit into their accounts. The seller block acts as an alternative means to sell items, fluids, or forge energy in exchange for money that can either be done manually or through automated means. Auto buyers offer an automated means of buying items or fluids using a redstone signal. Purchasing items can be timed at either a tick, second, or minute, preventing the storage from being overwhelmed by purchased items. Auto buyers additionally have the option to buy the selected item either individually or in bulk. This mod may seem limited in its capabilities, but its true potential is within its spreadsheet. An Excel spreadsheet to many of you may be daunting, but it's the feature that makes this mod act like a virtual shop. Firstly, new categories can be added to make the shop more organized. Currently, this mod has a maximum of 12 categories, split evenly between the buying and selling categories. Next is inputting items. Players can add whatever item or fluid they want into the spreadsheet, determining whether it's up for selling or for purchase, the category it can be found in, and either the cost to buy the item or the amount a player will receive upon selling the item. Items from other mods can also be added as well. What's great about this mod is that the shop can be refreshed in-game. No need to restart the game, simply executing a command and the shop will be good to go. For solo players, Admin Shop may not be the mod they need. For multiplayer however, Admin Shop is an excellent choice for creating a simple and customizable shopping network. To wrap up today's video, we have an interesting weapon mod, Cold's Claws by Coldspell Games. Cold's Claws adds in a new claw weapon to craft, able to be crafted from every vanilla tool material. Claws have the same range and damage output as swords, only having a slightly faster attack speed. These claws however aren't just useful for slashing mobs, but is also a handy tool. Claws can sift through grass blocks to coarse dirt and afterwards to dirt. Sifting has a chance to unearth various items, from common items like sticks and seeds, to rarer items like redstone, leads and nuggets, and some XP. The type of material the claw uses determines the odds of finding items, so using a diamond claw would have a better chance of finding items compared to a wooden claw. Claws can also shear wool from sheep, which is a neat feature. Because of its ability to be both a weapon and a tool, claws can be enchanted with weapon and tool enchantments simultaneously, like looting and fortune. Cold's Claws is a great mod to try out a new kind of weapon. Their multiple uses makes them alike to claws in real life. For being a set of claws though, their stats should be tuned more to suit a more aggressive playstyle to make them truly feel like claws. If you wanted to slash your enemies to pieces like the Wolverine, or wanted to try out a new kind of weapon, then this mod should be the one to get. Hopefully this will provide you with some more small but nifty mods to add to your find collection. Thanks to the mod authors for making these small but nifty mods, and links to all the mods used in the video are in the description below.